Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome, everybody. We are so happy that you are here. Welcome to Temple Beth Shalom. Want to take a moment and invite you. I know I got to see all the phones going and everything and taking pictures and videos. There we go. I'm going to invite you now to go ahead and put them away. Turn them to silent, turn them off, so that way we can disconnect in order that we can connect. We have our professionals in the back who are, taking the pictures and the videos and all of that, capturing those moments. So all of you, your job in here is to capture the moments with your eyes, your hearts, and your souls, and to just allow yourselves to truly be present in this moment. So again, just want to go ahead and we'll put those phones away, and so we can just be here, which is so nice. Those of you who are streaming into our services, we welcome you. We are glad that you are able to stream in with us on this Shabbat. We know that some of you are in places where there is no local synagogue, and this is how you're able to connect. Some of you are here because you're really excited about Sam becoming bar mitzvah, and so we welcome you into our home as well. Well, in order for us to be present and be in this wonderful moment, we need to kind of warm up our voices a little bit. So, Cantor Reinwald, let's go ahead and warm up a little bit.
We join together in this melody, which is called a nigun. This is a melody that has no specific words, so we can focus on how the music makes us feel as we warm up our mind, body, spirit, and voice. So please join in as we sing with a smile. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la, ya la 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 ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la, ya la 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 ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la, ya la 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 ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la.
So we welcome everyone to Temple Beth Shalom. We are so glad that you are here, that we get to celebrate Shabbat, this wonderful day of rest that God has given to us, as well as celebrate a young man becoming a bar mitzvah. Woohoo. So quiet in that way, woohoo. Yeah. So Sam, we are very, very proud of you. And Sam is going to be helping us lead our Shabbat morning service. And so this is not a performance. This is all of us being able to participate in worship together. And in order to do that, I know that we have a lot of guests, so we welcome you and want to just kind of give you a little bit of an orientation as to what's going to be happening, when it's going to be happening, how it's going to be happening, and all those really good things. So, first of all, you need a prayer book to follow along in our worship, which under your seats in the front row, they're right underneath you there. And in front of you, everybody else has those prayer books. Cool. All right, so Sam's friends in the back. Hi, guys. How are you? I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking. Yay, that's awesome. All right, so you guys are looking at the prayer books here. What do you notice about it? You're reading it backwards. Guess what? No, we're not backward. You guys are. Because actually, so the language that we worship in is Hebrew, but I promise we're going to do English as well. So open up to any page, just go to the middle, there you go, perfect, and you see some Hebrew there, and the Hebrew, we've got two columns. We've got the column on the right-hand side with the Hebrew letters, and then you have the column on the left-hand side with the English letters. The English letters, that's transliteration. That allows us that if you don't know how to read the Hebrew itself, that you can then follow along with the English letters and be able to sound out some of those sounds. Now, if you want to know what's being said, because we're not going to do everything both in Hebrew and in English. If we did everything like that the whole way through, we'd be here for a really long time, and I like lunch. So it's a good thing. So if you're ever wondering, okay, what are they doing? What are they saying? The English translation is always at the bottom, but there's alternative readings over to the side. Now, you're going to notice in your prayer books also that at the bottom of the page, there are two different page numbers. One's in black, one's in blue. We're going to be following the page numbers in the blue. And the reason why is because Sam's prayer book that he is leading our service from is a little bit different. It's still Mishkan Tefillah, which is the prayer book for the Reform movement, but it is the full Mishkan Tefillah, which includes services not only for Shabbat evening, Shabbat morning, but also weekdays as well as festivals. This is also our weightlifting program for our seventh grade students, because it's nice and thick. But you will notice, though, because it's a thicker book, his page numbers are different than the page numbers in our book. So since we follow along in the blue page numbers, it'll correspond to what Sam is calling out to us. So that's important to know. Now, here's the really cool thing. Ready for this, guys? Here's the ooh-ah moment, Sam. You ready? Here we go. All right, Sam's prayer book with the Hebrew. No transliteration. Ooh, ah. He reads all in Hebrew there, so no cheating for him there. So it's you've been studying this for a really, really long time, kiddo. So you are totally ready with this, and it's marked very well with all the wonderful little tabs. Yes, it is. It is colorful, just like you. It's perfect. So we also pray not only with our prayer books, we pray with our bodies. There's going to be times that we're going to invite you to stand. There's going to be times that you'll notice that we bow in humble reverence before God. So there's a rhythm to the prayer as well. And finally, we pray with what we wear. So we have the kippah, the yarmulke. It's our head covering that helps us remember how we humble ourselves before God and God's presence all around us. And then we have the talit, the prayer shawl. We are commanded to wear fringes on the corners of our garment. These fringes are called tzitzit. And the tzitzit are there to remind us of all of the mitzvot, all of the commandments that are in the Torah. There are a total of 613 commandments in the Torah. It's a lot of commandments. That's a lot of stuff to know about. And so what we're reminded when we look upon the tzitzit is that we are supposed to spend our lives studying them, challenging them, asking what do they really mean to us today, because these commandments, they have been with us for thousands of years. So the question is, how do they apply to our lives today? What's the meaning of them today? For each of us, we all have different meanings and interpretations of them. Well, when a young woman becomes a bat mitzvah, she receives her first talit, and so too when a young man becomes a bar mitzvah, he receives his first talit. So Sam, if you will come on up, please. I'm going to invite forward your bubby and your honor Zadie. Told you that was going to happen. So Mitch and Janice to come forward. Here we go. And to present you with your very first talit. Come on over this way, so we'll let them. There you go.
Sam, as you know, this has been a pretty difficult 6 months for all of
And yet, in your talit are the things you love most, musical notes. Both your papa and particularly Bobby Ruby would be so proud today. Bobby Ruby, who left us just very recently, loved music. Boy, would she be smiling to see all of us wearing something musical. And so I hope and pray as you bless this talit and wear it for the first time with all its musical notes, that you will understand that melody, music, brings commonality. And that this music, whether it be the music you love to play, or the music of davening, the music of the prayers, the music of the Torah, it's different melodies, like Cantor said, that brings us the happiness and joy, will always be in your heart. Wear this talit with songs of joy forever. We love you very, very much.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hitatef b'tzitzit.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, eternal soul of the universe, who makes us holy through the mitzvot and commands us to wear the fringes on the corners of our garment.
And to make sure it doesn't fall off. Okay.
It's okay. God is calling. Just letting us know. It's all good. So don't worry about, there we go. God's going to voicemail. It's perfect. But with that, as God leaves that voicemail, which you will get later, after the service, it's fine. God understands. It's all good. Mike, if you can come up, I know that you want to share something as well.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
So, good, thanks. As when someone gets their tallis, they also need a tallis bag to be able to keep the tallis in. As Max got Grandpa Mark's tallis bag, I've been saving your great-grandfather's, Grandpa Sid, his tallis bag. This tallis bag is about 86 years old. And I know that even though you didn't get to meet Grandpa Mark and your other great-grandpa Sid, that they're both looking down, along with Papa and Ruby and Gigi and everyone else, so proud of you. So you'll be able to always in your life have Sid Boone, who was an SB, his tallest bag as well. Max will always have Grandpa Mark's. You'll always be able to have the tradition of the Boone men having their Boone tallest bags. All right? I love you.
We give thanks for all of our blessings. As we turn to page 186, we join together, Modeh Moda Ani.
מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים, שהחזרתם בי נשמתי בחמלה, רבה אמונתך. אמונתך, מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים, שהחזרתם בי נשמתי בחמלה, רבה אמונתך.
now my honor to call forward Sam's classmates from Temple Beth Sholom to come on forward. And so including Josh and Jules there in the back, come on around here. Come on up, guys. Bring your prayer books with you. We're all going to turn to page 198 for our blessings of daily miracles. Guys, this way. There you go. Perfect. Up the ramp he comes. Perfect. Good. So we are going to join together with these blessings. And the way that we chant these blessings together is we start with the first two lines in English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. And then we continue with the English. You'll start to hear the rhythm of it. We invite you to feel free to join along with this wonderful class. Sam, you want to come join them too? Yeah, why not? You're part of this class. There you go, kiddo. Perfect. Excellent. Here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who opens the eyes of the blind. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who frees the captive. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who clothes the naked. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who gives strength to the weary. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who removes sleep from the eyes, slumber from the eyelids. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who made me in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me a Jew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who girds Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who crowns Israel with splendor. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. Amen. Yasher koach, guys. Thank you very much. You may return to your seats. Okay. You're going to stay up here. Perfect. There you go. Awesome. As we continue with our Chatzi Kaddish, as we turn now in our prayer books to page, let's go to our Chatzi Kaddish here. Whoops. Where's your Chatzi Kaddish, my friend? There we go. To page 224.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ועלמא תברח חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בהגלה ובזמן קריב, במהרו.
Amen. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולם מהוויה. יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויבהר ויתרומם ויתעשה, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה. בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה וימרו.
Amen. As we turn to page 226, please rise for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Continue on page 228.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uvarei choshech oseh shalom uvarei et hakol. Hameir le'aretz ladarim alecha berachamim uvtuvo mechadesh bechol yom tamid ma'asecha vereshit. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai kulam bechochma asita malach ha'aretz kinyanecha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach me'asecha yadecha ve'al me'orei or she'asita yifla arucha selach.
Or Chadash ad Zion Ta'ir, Or Chadash ad Zion Ta'ir, Or Chadash ad Zion Ta'ir, Or Chadash ad Zion Ta'ir. ונזכה כולנו במהרה לאורו, ונזכה כולנו במהרה לאורו. אור חדש עד ציון תאיר, אור חדש עד ציון תאיר.
Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMeorot. Please join me on page 231. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light binded we saw, that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke, and we wrote. We reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us, as we climbed, fell back, and climbed again, your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai habocher ba'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We continue chanting together the Ve'ahavta on page 234. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha
ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך, בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We continue on page 240, singing Mi Chamocha.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehda b'kodesh, nora tehilot osei pelech, nora tehilot osei pelech. שיר החדשה שיבחו גאולים, לשמך אספת הים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Yalai, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la yalla la la la, yalla la 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 yalla la la la, yalla la la yalla la la la. Tzur Yisrael, kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, ufedei neumecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go Aleinu Adonai Tzebahot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch Ata Adonai, Ga'a Yisrael.
Amen. Page 242.
Adonai Sifata Tiftach, Ufi Agita Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Koneh Hakol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, U'mevii Geula livnei bneihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, נשאלי עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות, ובידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל.
Page 248.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר, אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גולך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא יבוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We continue together at the bottom of page 250 as we'll join together singing Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם מותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת
We continue on page 252. Eloheinu velohei avotenu ve'imotenu ratzei v'mnuchatenu kodshenu b'mitzvotecha v'ten helkenu v'toratecha shalbenu mituvecha v'shamchenu v'shuatecha v'tacher libenu le'ovdecha ba'amcha b'chanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu ba'ahava uvratzon Shabbat kodshecha b'vanuchu va'Yisrael mekadshe shemecha Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen.
We continue on page 254. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael utfilantan be'ahava tekabel uthi leratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha el korav lechol korav penei el avadecha v'techenenu shefu ruchacha aleinu v'chezenach enenu beshuvecha letzion berachamim Baruch atah Adonai chamachazir shichanuto Zion.
Amen.
Please join me on page 257. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Modim anachnu lach. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons.
Modim anachnu lach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human community, our common past and future, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
Modim anachnu lach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
Modim anachnu lach.
For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose.
Modim anachnu lach.
We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ucha na'eh v'hodot. As we continue on page 258 with Sim Shalom, please join along with us.
Wait, am I this again?
Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Rein v'chesed merachamim aleinu, V'yako Yisrael, V'yako Yisrael namecha. V'archeinu Yosreinu kulanu ke'echad, Ve'or panecha, Ki be'or panecha natzatza lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Sim shalom, sim shalom, tova uvracha.
אתה אדוני, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
Amen.
We continue in silent meditation.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
We've reached that part of our service now of Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of Torah. So Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And it is all contained in one scroll. Now, you noticed earlier when we opened up the Ark doors that there were 6 Torah scrolls. There are 6 Torah scrolls in our Ark. Each one is identical, yet each one is also very unique. Identical in that each one of them contain the 5 books of the Torah, of the 5 books of the Bible, the first 5 books. But each one is unique based on who wrote that scroll. The scroll is handwritten by a scribe over time of sitting down with another Torah scroll next to him or her, or with a tikkun, a book, to copy exactly, word for word, letter for letter of the Torah. Nothing is supposed to be changed. It's supposed to be exactly the same. And so, with that, why is that? Well, because within the Torah we have the stories, our history of the Jewish people and of the world. It starts at the very beginning with creation. The story of creation, followed by Noah, followed by meeting our patriarchs, Abraham and Isaac, and now on this Shabbat, this week, of meeting Yaakov, meeting Jacob. And so this Torah portion and this, our Torah, it gives us a glimpse not only into our history, but also reminds us of who we are and where we came from, and a little bit about where we're going. Yes, there are 613 commandments in the Torah, a lot of different rules of things to do and ways to behave. But what's so important with it, what's so significant about Torah, Sam, is that it has been written down for thousands of years. And you, my friend, you get to ask this important question, and you have asked this question, and today you get to teach us, what does this Torah portion that's called Toldot, means generations, what does it have to teach us today in this moment, at this time in our own world, in our own history? What are we going to learn from it? And so what's beautiful about you becoming a bar mitzvah, as with any student who stands up here, is for us to be able to not only read from the scroll itself, but to also read it through your eyes and to learn what do these stories, these ancient stories, especially about Yaakov, about Jacob, what do they have to teach us today? So we're going to begin this journey of Torah, turning to page 362 in our prayer books, as we're going to get ready to open the ark, as we get ready to take the Torah scroll out, as we get ready to pass it through the generations, and then we march through the congregation with our Torah scroll as a reminder to each of us that it belongs to each and every one of us. It's all of our responsibilities to be teachers and students of Torah. And so when we walk through the congregation with the Torah scroll, it's that great reminder that it belongs to us. It's not, we don't worship it. Yes, you're going to see people who may take their prayer books and reach out and touch it and kiss their prayer books or their talitot. It's a way of showing respect to it. But it's this wonderful, wonderful lesson. What are you going to learn from it? What are you going to teach? How are you going to understand the words of Torah? Because it's more than just the words that are there on the parchment. It's the meaning of it. It's the stories of it. It's the interpretations of it. It's the lessons and the wrestling with it. So 362 as we begin our service.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, v'ein k'maasecha, malchutecha malchut kol amim, umemshatecha b'chol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch, leolam va'ed, Adonai ozlam mo yiten, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
On this Shabbat of Toldot, it is my honor to call forward for passing Torah from one generation to the next. Elaine Jacobs, Rana Boone, Mitch and Janice Goldberg, Mike Boone, Shani Boone, and of course Sam. If all of you will stand right here in front of our bima as Torah will be passed on to you. Opening up our ark doors, we'd like to invite forward, well, first actually who's going to be holding our Torah cover and our Torah binder are going to be Izzy and Lucas Tang. So you guys are right there. You're going to stay right there. I'll bring it down to you. But I'd like to invite forward Drake, Luke, and Zach Shirkin, Ross and Mia Holmes. Come on up, everybody. Sophia and Trevor Gilbert, and Lila, Rami, and Joshua Zemmer to come forward to open up our ark doors. Come on, guys. There you go. Fantastic. Come on up. There you go. Come on. There you go. Excellent. And as they open up our ark doors, we invite everyone to please rise.
Avarachamim Heitiv avitzoncha et Zion Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Ki v'chol levad batachnu Melech Ram v'nisa Adon olamim.
Page 364, Ki Mitzion.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah Udivar Adonai mirushalayim.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366, Baruch Shenatan.
Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo. Gadolu Adonai iti Uneromema Shemo Yachdav.
Stay here, you all stay here. For we take this Torah scroll as we pass it from one generation to the next. And this Torah scroll is very, very important. This Torah scroll, whoops, there we go, come right over here, there you go. This Torah scroll is over 275, between 275 and 300 years old. This Torah scroll was saved from Czechoslovakia at the time of the Holocaust. And Torah scrolls like it have been distributed to congregations like ourselves in order that we hold it in our arks and we hold it in our arms and we remember that yes, there was a time in our history not too distant in which there were people who tried to destroy us. Yet, like this Torah scroll and like the Jewish people, we persevere, we continue, we live. Am Yisrael Chai, the people of Israel live. Well, each of you hold a piece of Torah within you. Each of you have been teachers of Torah, and you have held it in your arms, and you have passed it on to the next generation. You have been these wonderful teachers, holding on to the stories, being able to challenge them and ask why. And now here you stand, Mike and Shani, and you give this wonderful gift of Torah to your son. Sam, this is all yours. It belongs to you, just as it belongs to all of us. Sam, may its weight always keep you rooted in who you are, but may its weight also lift you up, inspire you, allow you to soar to great heights as we now walk in the light of Torah.
Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod ki hol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz ki hol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz lecha Adonai הממלכה והבית נעשה לכל ראש. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
Before you are seated, if anybody would like to come forward and see a Torah scroll up close and personal, we invite you. Feel free, come on up. Anybody wants to come see the Torah scroll? You want to see it? Sam, you haven't seen it before. Feel free to come on up. If you don't, you are welcome to be seated. You've seen one before? Okay, so if you've seen one before, make sure those people who haven't seen one. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, you don't remember? That's what I know. This is a smaller
Here, hold that, buddy. Sam, here, hold that right there. This is right there. Yes, like, here's some different ones right here. Yeah, you can touch right down here. That's okay. There you go. Yep. Oh yeah, it's fine. No problem. Yeah, they should be studying it. Absolutely. It's just that they're not called to Torah for Aliyah, but absolutely to come and to see it and to absolutely. So I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you all about it. Hi guys, welcome. So first, oh, you know what? Come over here. Come here. I got it. Joshy, here you go. Here, scooch back a little bit. Hang on just a second. Let me get this out a little bit more for you, Joshy. There you go. Up you go. Perfect. We have another one? Okay, no, I don't have another one. I'm sorry. All right. So the Torah, because it's a scroll. Hi. Oh, Lucas, come here. You want to come over here? You're good? You're fine? Okay. So because it's a scroll, it needs to be bound together because, otherwise it would be really unwieldy. All of our B'nai Mitzvah students, we go on this really fun, crazy retreat, and they make their Torah binders that then we use on when they become bar and bat mitzvah to wrap the Torah. So they're wrapping the Torah with a little bit of them. This is Sam's Torah binder. Here we go. Wait, I gotta get the very end right there. There you go. What did my friend put on the end there?
I'm a man now.
I'm a man now. There you go. Mom, Dad, you can now charge him rent. All right. So, all right. So Lucas here, because your sister got the cover, you get the binder. You are now the man. Perfect. So a Torah scroll is made out of parchment. Parchment comes from a kosher animal. A kosher animal, what does it take to be a kosher animal? What does it have to have? There you go, a bar mitzvah. There you go. Hello, goats, come forward for, no, okay, no. Split hooves, choose its cud. So that would be a cow, that would be sheep, a goat. It would not be a pig, all right? Because a pig has split hooves, but it does not chew its cud. So pigs are a little deceptive that way. Cud, by the way, is a form of how they digest their food. I'm not going to get into full details with it because, like I said, I like lunch. All right, so then, this is all parchment. So this comes from the skin of the animal, and it's treated in such a way to make parchment. So yeah, you can touch right here, just not where the ink is. Okay, there you go. All right, so we don't want to touch where the ink is because the ink is made out of berries and tree sap and all natural ingredients that then when it's boiled and cooled and boiled and cooled, it takes about a year to make ink. It becomes indelible, becomes a permanent ink. We want it to be permanent because we want our Torah scroll to last a really long time. Just like the Torah scroll that's in the ark there, that's over 300 years old there, we can still read from it, but we have some things we're going to be actually starting in 2018. We're going to be repairing that Torah scroll as a congregation so we can actually use it to make it kosher. Also, the last ingredient that is in the ink that gives us its shine is, you ready for this? Go for it. Honey. So that Torah should be as sweet as honey on your lips. Don't lick the Torah scroll. That would not be a good thing. But actually, when we start teaching our students how to read Hebrew, one of the traditions is to outline Hebrew letters with honey and let them trace it with their fingers and then lick it so that they can learn that learning Hebrew is really sweet. Well, we don't want to touch it with our fingers where the ink is because the oil in our fingers will break down the ink that's on the Torah scroll. So what we use is, where did it go? Oh, thank you very much. Perfect. We use the yad. Okay, what does that look like?
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter's wand with a hand. Here, hold on to that again, my friend. So the yad literally means hand, and it's the one time that you can point. There you go. So you can follow along with the Hebrew and not lose your place, but also protect the ink. Then the scribe will sit down and, like I said, hand writes a Torah scroll with a quill, which is a feather. And letter for letter, word for word, carefully taking care of that. Now, if the scribe makes any mistakes, he or she has to try to scrape it off and repair it. If they are not able to repair, to fix it, what do they have to do? Start all over. Not the entire scroll, though. Only that sheet. All right, yeah, can you imagine like all the way right there? Like, oh, really? Oh, boy. So it is painful, absolutely. So they try very hard not to. So that's why they copy it very carefully and take their time. It takes a scribe about a year to write a Torah scroll. Some scribes are faster, just kind of depends. Also, in prepping the parchment, the scribe will etch into the parchment lines, horizontal and vertical lines, in order to make sure that as they, go ahead, you can come closer. It's all good. There you go, Lucas. So in order that they can write straight, because I don't know about you guys, but if I was, I'd be all over the place. Exactly. Now, what's missing from the letters here? Does anybody have vowels? There are no vowels. There's no punctuation in the Torah scroll. All right, because originally Hebrew, you didn't need vowels or punctuation. You knew the language. You spoke it. But when we started moving and going to different countries and speaking different languages, we lost the Hebrew. And so in order to make sure that we pronounce the words correctly, the rabbis created a series of a vowel system that's with dots and dashes that are below the letter, on top of the letter, to the side of the letter, exactly, and all in the letter. You got it. So that way we would pronounce the letters correct. But what's the number one rule with writing a Torah scroll? Change nothing. That includes you cannot add any vowels, much to the chagrin of our B'nai Mitzvah students going, wait. So no vowels are in here. Finally, so with the way that the letters are there on the lines, all right, gentlemen, you guys ready for this one? This is your big test. Here you go. Looking at the letters there, all right, looking at how they are with the lines, are they hanging from the line or are they sitting on the line? Are you sure? Yeah, you go. They're hanging. See, here's the top of the line. Here's the bottom of the line. The letters are actually hanging from the lines. They're not sitting on the lines like you and I write. And there's a midrash. There's a story with that, because there's a midrash for everything to explain something. And the story is like this, that line represents the division between heaven and earth. And that whole idea of how do we become more holy? How do we reach up toward God? How do we get closer to the divine? And that idea is that we are like the letters. We are hanging there from that line, trying ever so hard to get up closer and closer toward holiness, toward God, and that wonderful divine moment. So we are like those letters, kind of going, hey, kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. Let us get a little holier, a little bit more special. Any questions? Yes?
Are the crowns needed though?
That's a great question. Are the crowns needed? So on top of some of the letters, you will see decorative kind of crowns. No, it's actually different styles. So there's an Ashkenazic style of writing, there's a Sephardic style of writing, and so even the crowns are stylized based on who the scribe was that taught the next scribe. What's really interesting is, and especially in our Torah scroll that we pass through generations, the scroll from Czechoslovakia, there is a mixture of both Ashkenazic and Sephardic and a third script, which is a Kabbalistic, a mystical script, where the pei, the letter pei, in the center of it, because the pei goes around, in the center of the pei, it actually spirals. It's really cool. And so why they chose to do that, we're not totally sure, but we do know that because of where and when the Torah was written, that Kabbalistic, that spiritual kind of connection. So it has to do with just custom and traditions, but it doesn't tell us anything. The crowns won't tell us what the vowel is. It won't tell us what the trope marks are, which are the musical notations. None of that. Yeah. Yes?
Why can't it be paragraphed into separate Torah readings?
That's a great question. So why can't it be paragraphed into different Torah readings? Well, in some ways, you'll see some blanks that are there in each column. And part of that is, yes, ending a paragraph. So that does help us at least try to figure out some of the punctuation with it. But within the Torah portions, we didn't split up the Torah portions until much, much later. Torah was already written down. The rabbis came around and then said, all right, we need to divide up the Torah readings into two different ways, actually. They divided it. One into read it within 1 year, and there's another cycle called the triennial cycle, read it within 3 years. So it's even divided up differently. It would be really convenient if they had, but there is one place where we do see a big gap, and that is going from book to book. So when we finish a book of Genesis, and we're going into Exodus, there's 5 blank lines, and then it moves into the next book. And that's the same with each of those books. So good question, thank you. All right. Excellent, we're good?
Yes.
You ready for this?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Okay, thank you, my friends. I'll allow you to return to your seats as we get ready for our Torah reading. Great, thank you, my friend. All right, so we are in this wonderful Torah portion called Toldot of Generations, and we are so honored. We have so many wonderful family members that are going to be honored for Aliyah, for the blessing of reading of Torah, for the reading of Torah itself, thank you, and of course then the English translation as well, so that we understand what's being read. So Cantor, if you will, invite forward our first group.
For our first Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Mitchell Goldberg, Moshe Yerachmiel ben Avraham, Janice Goldberg, Genesora bat Shlomo, and Andrea Goldberg, Aviva Michal bat Moshe Yerachmiel, Vigenesora. Reading from the Torah will be Shani Boone, Shana Rachel bat Moshe Yerachmiel, Vigenesora, and reading the English translation, Michael Goldberg, Mordechai Ruvain ben Avraham. Ya'amdu Aliyah Harishonah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamdurach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Baruch Adonai Hambrach Leolam Voed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam Asher Bachar Bonu Mikol Hamim V'Natan Lonu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notein HaTorah. Amen.
Vayishtom Esav et Yaakov al habracha asher beracho aviv. Vayomer Esav belibo yikrevu yemei evel avi ve'aharga et Yaakov achi. Vayugad lerivka et divrei Esav bena hagadol vatishlach vatikra leYaakov bena hakatan vatomer elav hine Esav achicha mitnachem lecha lechargecha ve'ata veni shema bekoli ve'kum berach lecha alavan achi harana.
The English translation first.
Have the easy job. Now Esau harbored a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing that his father had given him. And Esau said to himself, "Just wait until the mourning period for my father, then I will kill my brother Jacob." When Esau's words were reported to Rebekah, she sent for her younger son Jacob and said to him, "Your brother Esau is planning to kill you. Now, my son, listen to me. Flee at once to Haran, to my brother Laban." Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
For our second aliyah, chanting the blessing, Mike Boone, Menachem Mendel ben Moshe Kalman, V'Rivka Perel, Rana Boone, Rivka Perel bat Yitzchak V'Sura Chana, and Leslie Boone, Chaya Liba bat Moshe Kalman, V'Rivka Perel. Reading from the Torah will be Mitchell Goldberg, Moshe Yerachmiel ben Avraham, and reading the English translation, Robin Tetev, Gary Tetev, Marsha Francisconi, Mark and Stephanie Brown and Corey Brown.
So Mike, go ahead and you're going to take your seat and attach to the first. There you go.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamavarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayikra Yitzchak el Yaakov, Vayrechoto, Vayatzavehu, Vayomer lo, lo tikach Esau, mi benot Canaan. Lech lach, Kumle, Padena Aram, Beto, Batuel, Avimecha, V'kach lecha misha mi benat Lavan achi imecha. V'el Shaddai yavarech otecha v'yafracha v'yarbecha v'hiyato likahal amen.
So Isaac sent for Jacob and blessed him. He instructed him, saying, "You shall now not take a wife from among the Canaanite women. Up, go to Padan Aram, to the house of Bethuel, your mother's father, and take a wife from there among the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. May El Shaddai bless you, make you fertile and numerous, so that you become an assembly of peoples."
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you go. For the third Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Max Boone, Moshe Ruvain, Ben Menachem Mendel, Veshena Rachel. Reading from the Torah will be Sam Boone. Reading the English translation, Debbie Rowitz, Devorah Bat Jules Vefrancine, and Mike Rowitz, Mayor Ben Alter HaKohen V'Dochter. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah HaShlishit.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Toratoch. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'yiten lecha et birchat Avraham leach uzaracha itach l'rishtecha et eretz megurecha asher natan Elohim le'Avraham v'yishlach Yitzchak et Yaakov v'yelech badenach Aram el Lavan ben Betuel ha'arami achi Rivka em Yaakov ve'esav Vayar Esav, ki verach Yitzchak, et Yaakov, vayishlach oto padenach Aram, lakachat lo misham isha, v'veracho oto, vayisav elav, lemor, lo tikach isha, mi benot Kenaan.
May God grant the blessing of Abraham to you and your offspring, that you may possess the land where you are sojourning, which God gave to Abraham. So Isaac sent Jacob off, and he went to Padan Aram to Laban, the son of Bethuel, the Aramean, the brother of Rebekah, the mother of Jacob and Esau. Then Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him off to Padan Aram to take a wife from there, charging him as he blessed him, "You shall not take a wife from among the Canaanite women."
All right, so Max, go ahead and kiss the last word there. All right, my friend, there you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nota betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
As you notice, Sam went back to his seat because he was never actually here. Because what happens is, so we're all commanded to read from Torah, and so, but sometimes we need to appoint an agent to read Torah on our behalf, and so that's what Sam did there for all of us, is that he was the agent to read, so that way everybody else who was standing up here got to fulfill that commandment. But now, as a bar mitzvah, Sam will officially be called forward and fulfilling that mitzvah. But of course, Shani and Mike, you don't want to miss this, so come on up here, please, because you want to see this fulfillment up close and personal. So, if you will, Cantor.
Ya'amod habachur habar mitzvah Aharon Noach ben Menachem Mendel v'Shena Rachel le'aliyah haTorah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar. Wait,
You want to go
I
start over?
think I messed
Take
up.
two.
Take two.
Go for it. Do it again.
Okay. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Vayishma Yaakov el Aviv ve'el imo, vayelech bardenach Aram, vayar Esav kiraot benaot Kenaan, be'enei Yitzchak Aviv, vayelech Esav el Yishmael, vayikah et machalat bad Yishmael ben Aracham achot nevayot. Al nashav lo leishav.
Nice. All right. And that has to do with the English.
Woohoo. Yeah, that's what I did too.
So there you go.
And that Jacob had obeyed his father and mother and gone to Padan Aram, Esau realized that the Canaanite woman displeased his father Isaac. So Esau went to Ishmael and took to wife, in addition to the wives he had, Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, son of Abraham, sister of Nebaioth.
Great. Now go ahead and take your seat once again. All right. Right here.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yasher
Yasher koach.
I'm a man now.
All right. So, you're good. Don't worry. Here, let's see. So, hey, stick around. There you are. As we have the Torah before us as well, we take a moment to offer a prayer of healing for all of those who are in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. I invite you to think about those within your own family, within your community, your friends, who are in need of healing as I recite this blessing. Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, hu yevarech et hacholim, hakadosh baruch hu yemaleh rachamim alehem. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all of those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored, their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. It is our honor now to call forward for Hagba and Galila, for lifting of our Torah, Bob Sklar, And also, Izzy and Lucas, will you guys please bring up for us the Torah binder and the cover? Come on up here, guys, as we now rise and give honor to the Torah. Watch out, guys.
וזאת התורה ששם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
Guys, come on over here.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la 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 la. You can answer that. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
The Haftarah for Parashat Toldot is Malachi chapter 2, verses 1 through 7. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar minvi'im tovim be'atzaf v'divrachem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'nvi'eh ha'emet v'tzedek. Be'atach alechem hamitzvah hazot hakohanim im lo tishme'u ve'im lo tasimu alev latet kavod lishmi amar Adonai tzevaot V'shilachti v'achem et ha'me'era ve'aroti et birchotechem ve'gam aroticha ki enechem samim alev hineni go'er lachem et hazera ve'zereti peresh al penechem peresh hagechem v'nasa etchem alev. And now, O priest, this charge is for you. Unless you obey and unless you lay to heart and do honor to my name, said Adonai of hosts, I will send a curse and turn your blessings into curses. Indeed, I have turned them into curses because you do not lay it to heart. I will stop you from having children and curse you strongly. Know then that I have sent this charge to you, that my covenant with Levi may endure, said Adonai of hosts. I had with him a covenant of life and well-being, which I gave to him, and reverence, which he showed me. For he stood in awe of my name. Proper rulings were in his mouth, and nothing preserved was on his lips. He served me with complete loyalty, and held the many back away from iniquity. For the lips of a priest guard knowledge, and men seek rulings from his mouth, for he is a messenger of Adonai of hosts. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzor kol alamim tzadik bechol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh hamdaber u'mkayem shekol davarav emet v'tzedek al ha'torat ve'al ha'avodat ve'al hanvi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu liktusha v'limnucha lechadot u'tifaret al ha'kol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach u'mochim otah yitbarach shimcha v'fi kol hai tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Yasher Koach, beautifully done. As we now get to return our Torah to the Ark, we turn now to page 374, and we ask everyone to please rise. Actually, I'll take it there. Thank you.
Hodu
on
al
up, Joyce. There you
haaretz v'shamayim vayaren keren le'amo tehila lechol hasidav livnei Yisrael am kirovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ki lekach tov natati lachem torati al ta'azovu. Etz chaim hi למחזיקימה ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם לכל נתיבותיה שלום השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש חדש ימינו חדש ימינו כקדם.
As all of you know, my brother and I love each other dearly. Right, Max? My first day with Rabbi, I walked in and she told us about this week's Torah portion. Struggling brothers. Ha, what are the odds? I get to teach you about struggling brothers because I think I know a little bit about that. In Parashat Toldot, it all started off with the birth of Jacob and Esau, or as God told Rebekah, the birth of the two nations. When the twins were born, Jacob should have been first one born. But as sometimes we see in funny stories, the second twin yanks the first twin back into the womb and is born first. Well, Jacob should have been born first, but Esau stole his glory and became Isaac and Rebekah's firstborn son. The brothers grew up to become very different people. Esau became a hunter and provided food for the family, which is why Isaac favored him. Jacob was a mama's boy, which is why Rebekah favored him. But we all know parents love each children equally. Right, Max? You hear that? Parents love each other equally. No one favors. As I said earlier, Esau became firstborn, which gave him the birthright, which was one source of the jealousy between the brothers. One afternoon, Esau came back from a long journey and needed something to eat. Just so happened, Jacob had been making some stew. Esau demanded some of the stew, and Jacob used this opportunity to convince Esau to sell him his birthright in exchange for the stew. Esau did not care about what he had just given up. When Isaac was dying, he requested a nice meal from Esau in exchange for the blessing that can only be given once. Rebekah overheard Isaac's request and persuaded Jacob to quickly make a meal, dress up as Esau to trick Isaac, and take the one and only blessing he can give. Isaac was fooled and gave the blessing to Jacob. When Esau came back and asked for Isaac for the blessing, Isaac told him that he already gave the blessing, and Isaac realized he had been tricked. Esau became very angry with Jacob and wanted to kill him. Rebekah, being the one who favors Jacob, told him to live with her brother in Padan Aram until Esau calmed down. Jacob had taken Esau's birthright and his blessing, and had left him with absolutely nothing. Esau and Jacob became enemies. They later became known as the two nations, Israel and Edom. I learned a lot from this Torah portion, and I was able to relate it to my life. First, Jacob was a manipulator and stole the birthright from Esau during a time when Esau could not think straight because of hunger. Sometimes brothers find the right opportunity to manipulate each other, but instead brothers should be thinking of how they can help one another. Brothers can help each other by behaving, not fighting, calling each other names, and not annoying the other brother on purpose. If a sibling is feeling down and not happy, don't trick them into doing things they normally wouldn't do. Is it normal for brothers to fight? Of course. But at the same time, what is a brother? Brothers were not meant to be born so they can fight with each other, but they are brothers because they will need each other when they're older. Brothers and siblings should always be there for each other no matter what. Also, Rebekah encouraged Jacob to trick Isaac. Parental favoritism shouldn't be acceptable as a parent today. What parent would encourage a situation that could break a family apart? Parents shouldn't favor kids. They should love their kids equally and teach them to be themselves and not teach them like Rebekah did. How to put hair on your arms to make you look like your sibling. Each kid has a gift, and the parent should be the one who encourages the child to use it. By telling them they can do anything, by telling the child that they are special for who they are. Becoming bar mitzvah is a very important part of my life. It is something that now I share with my brother. Max became bar mitzvah almost 2 years ago, and we both did it our own way. My bar mitzvah is unique because I get to become a Jewish adult, meaning I now have more responsibilities, like being able to wear my talit to services and being counted as one member of a minyan. I feel like both of us becoming bar mitzvah is an amazing bonding experience because we both have survived through this, and now we can share this in common. Another important part of becoming a bar mitzvah is completing a mitzvah project. This involves giving back to our community somehow. Since I love animals, I wanted to give my time to animals who are looking to be adopted. I volunteered with I Care Pet Adoptions, playing with the dogs as people came to look for their furry pet. I also collected items to be donated to shelters and foster homes. Giving back to the community is part of being a responsible Jewish adult. I want to say thank you for joining me on this special day of mine. Without the help of Rabbi Cohen and Cantor Reinwald, I wouldn't be up here today, able to become a bar mitzvah. Thank you to all my friends who have been with me during this journey. I also want to say thank you to my relatives and friends who came from faraway places like Portland, Denver, Seattle, Chicago, Florida, Las Vegas, and Vancouver. Thank you for coming out for this special occasion. Bubby and Zadie, what can I say? You've been here and done so much for me. I'm so grateful that I can live so close to you and to have you in my daily life. Thank you for taking me on so many trips, coming to my games, watching me play drums and piano, and picking me up from school. I love you so much. Your generosity is inspirational. And to my Nana, thank you for loving me, taking care of me, and having me over to fix Alexa all the time. It's a blast. You can keep teaching me to have the best manners possible. Grandma, by the time I was writing this, we are the same height. Hopefully I'm taller than you now. And as we tested earlier, you're in heels, and I think I might be taller than you now, so woohoo. Thank you for coming and watching me play sports. Thank you for harmonizing in the car when I was a baby, which led me to have a talent of harmonizing. I love you so much, and thank you for having an amazing, funny personality. Now, my brother Max. I know we have tough times sometimes, more like a lot, but you're my brother and I love you. You're actually the best brother I've had. Well, you're only the only brother I have, so. Even though we fight, I know that later in our lives we will be there for each other, just like Jacob and Esau eventually joined together and checked up on each other, making sure they were okay. We have each other for life. Mom, thank you for being there for me since day one. Well, since you gave birth to me, it had to start on day one. I cannot imagine my life without you. Thank you for having great parenting skills and being able to handle me and Max. You are my biggest fan and laugh at all my jokes and love my magic. You teach me responsibility and keep me up to my date with homework. I can't say anything more except I love you so much, and I'm very lucky to have a special person like you as my mom. Dad, thank you for being there too. We share so many passions, it is like we are the same people, which some people say we are. We both have such a great love for music, especially classic rock, and our love of cars. I know Grandpa Mark shared that with you, and you have done with me. Also, we both love to see and spend time with our family up in LA. I love you so much. I couldn't ask for anything more for a dad. Oh, God. And I know my papa is up there watching me on this. Oh, God. And I know my papa is up there watching me on my special day. I love you, and we will all miss you. You made me a better person, and I am so thankful that you were in my life. I know everybody wishes you were here. And Gigi, I know you are watching me too. I love you and thank you, even if sometimes you confuse me with my dad. Right here. You were so amazing and had a spark of joy that lit up the room. Boo Boo Ruby, your recent passing means that you now are able to watch me become a bar mitzvah. I know you are feeling proud of me. We will miss you. I hope you enjoyed sharing this special day with me. Thank you all for being here. Shabbat Shalom. Max, your speech time. You gotta do your speech now. Yeah. Don't make it embarrassing. No. Hold on.
Sam, congratulations on becoming a bar mitzvah. I'm very proud of you and all of your accomplishments. Growing up as your brother has been rather interesting. There have been times that we have fought and times that we have enjoyed, mostly fought. But through it all, I will always love you. You have become such a kind, funny, and talented young man, and I couldn't be more proud. From your determination to become better at the drums or piano, or your hard work of keeping up with a diet to lose weight, you have amazed me every step of the way. I will always be there for you no matter what, and I hope you are for me. Brothers by blood, friends by choice. I love you.
You'll see how that goes.
Okay. My Sammy boy. It's
Told you we need some tissues.
That's all I had to say.
Sammy boy.
It's hard to believe that this day is finally here. It's been a year of planning and preparing, and here we are. You've amazed me throughout the process. Your calm and confident demeanor has shown as you've prepared for each part of today. Although there were times when we struggled during practicing, because you weren't such a fan of me interrupting to work on your tune or pronunciation, it all worked out, and you did a fabulous job leading the congregation filled with family and friends. So today, as you become a man, which you so boldly wrote on your Torah binder, there are some words I'd like to share with you as you move forward in your path to becoming a young Jewish adult in our community. As a parent, I've done my fair share of reading and research on how to raise a child. I don't have all the answers, and I have struggled at times, but here are my words of wisdom. First, remember when dealing with people, acting or speaking, to do it with kindness. Kindness can too often be forgotten, but it can make someone's day. It can change the outlook for someone who's having a rough day to feeling the hope and strength that they need. Kind words and kind acts go a long way. Although you cannot control how others act or treat you, you can control how you respond. Be the person you want to be. You are strong. Follow your dreams. Expect others to respect you and give respect to others. Stand up for what you believe in. Do what you say and say what you mean. Standing by your word is important. Work hard at everything you do. You don't need to be perfect, but put in the effort in all you do so that you can be proud of your work. Aim high. You can do anything you want to. Continue your creativity. Both music and art come very naturally to you. Foster the love of art and music and continue to inspire others with your talents. Be proud of yourself, but be humble. As proud as I am and will be of your hard work and accomplishments, and as many times as your family and friends will tell you how talented you are or how great you did at something, let the act do the talking. Humility is a treasure. Be a student.
Never allow yourself to feel that you know everything. There will always be something to learn and someone who can teach you. Keep an open mind and be willing to learn and grow every single day of your life. We all make mistakes in life. Own them, and never be afraid to apologize. But then move on and do better next time. Accept genuine apologies when they come your way. Don't miss the wonder and beauty and magic that happens every day right in front of your eyes. Pay attention to the world around you. Be grateful for all the wonderful things that will come your way. Do not take things or people for granted. Appreciate often. Choose your friends wisely. And always be a good friend to others. Stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. Be honest and loyal and expect those traits from others. Know that you are loved more than you could possibly imagine. Although I will not always have the right answer or the answer you are hoping for, know that I will always be here for you no matter what. Lastly, know that as you stand here today on this bima in your synagogue, this is where you belong. You will always have a place here. You have a rich heritage, and I hope you stay connected here with our family and friends, and with this awesome Jewish community. Shabbat Shalom. It's good.
Okay.
Sammy Sam, I can't believe that you are standing here as a bar mitzvah today. Like all of us here, we all think, where did the time go? I love so much the person that you are, that you have always been. So easygoing, so silly, so artistic, just always a happy boy. It shows up when I think about what a cool big cousin you are. Even though you're getting older, and you could easily not be interested in going hanging out with your family and seeing your cousins, every time we go to hang out, I know how much Izzy and Lucas love having you there, how they enjoy you coming over and playing with them. No matter what they want to do, you're always ready to get down and get dirty. And it's a joy for me to see you interact with them, as I know it is for Aunt Les and Grandma, although the two of them may not like all the noise and the ruckus that always goes on. I love how much you and Max have developed a love for music early on. I'd like to think I've influenced you guys a little bit, but there are very few young kids that can sit there and know when the Beatles or the Eagles or Billy Idol come on, they know the words to all the music and like to rock out. I have always been so impressed that you can sit down at the piano after you hear a song and start playing it out, and that you have the ability to sing and to harmonize like you do in the car all the time is truly cool. I hope you'll follow those passions and continue to be the artist that you are, and that you become a serious guy, a car guy too, like you've talked about. That's so cool. You know more about sport cars than I do. I like it when we go to hang out on the weekends. We'll maybe go to a car dealer, maybe go take a test drive in something fancy, cool, and you have that smile on your face when we do it. Like I've told you before, that's something that Grandpa and Mark and I used to do a lot. And I know when we do that, he's looking down with a big smile on his face, wishing he was there with us. And how you've transformed yourself physically over the last 6 months is just astounding. How such a young boy, all by himself, was able to turn into a lean, mean fighting machine. It's simply amazing. I can't begin to tell you how proud I am of you and how amazed I am of your accomplishment. You are the bomb. Lastly, I'm so proud of your performance today and seeing the young man you have become. I can't wait to see what lies ahead for you. I love you so much, Sammy Sam, and I'm so proud to be your dad.
So Sam, today you become bar mitzvah, not only with your family and friends, but with your temple community as well. And as a part of that, we get to share in this blessing of bestowing some gifts upon you. So Jules and Josh, we're going to come down to you in just a second, so that Jules, we're going to relieve him from having to wheel around there. Keep that healing going on that leg, my friend. Need you back out there on the field. And but also I want to invite forward, representing our board of directors, Matthew Griffin, our sisterhood, Nancy Silverman, and our brotherhood, Mark Borove, to come forward to share some blessings with us and give some gifts to you. So, but first, come on down here with us. So you all can be up here. I'm just going to take Sam over here for a moment. Josh, come on over here with Jules. There you go. You're good like that? You want to lean on me? You're good? All right.
Josh and I are so lucky to be in Hebrew school for over 3 years. Being with you all these years, we've learned something. You're kind of like my favorite Halloween candy, the Twix. The cookie in the Twix represents the determined and well-rounded man you're becoming. The caramel represents the side of you that always wants to help out and leave places better than you found them. But the chocolate coating on the Twix bonds all of your great intentions and great morals together. Thus, we present you with this Twix bar.
Don't eat it yet, it's been in.
Hoping you'll eat it today, reminding you of how great you did. On behalf of our congregation and everyone in our Hebrew class, we are so proud of you and how you led the congregation in prayer this morning. You're a great person, you're funny and very generous, but most of all, you're great with the ladies. But really, we are so proud of you and what you've done with your Mitzvah project. On behalf of the TBS youth group, we present you with this Kiddush candle to show you Havdalah candle to show how your heart kindles in dark times, and hope that you will continue your Jewish heritage in becoming a man.
Okay. Sam, we have been friends for so long, at least 4 years. I remember the first time I met you, I was driving up to your house, not wanting to go inside because I was really afraid to go to Hebrew school. But I knew if I had someone with me, I would do great. So I walked up in there and I saw you, and I felt like we would be friends forever. We have done so much together. You have always been there for me, even if you're making fun of me or making jokes about me, or well, we always make jokes together. We have gone to camp with each other, hung out with each other all the time, and we've not always seen eye to eye, but I know that we will be friends forever, Sam, and I am so proud of you for accomplishing this, and I love you, Sam. I love you.
Just hand it to them. Back up.
There you go. Awesome. Okay. Nancy?
Hi, Sam. You don't know me, but I know you somewhat. I'm a friend of your mom's. I worked with her in the Placentia School District, and I recall her speaking of you, and I'm so happy to be here and to be a part of your bar mitzvah. I want to congratulate you. I am a representative of the Sisterhood of Temple Beth Sholom, and as a representative, I'd like to present you this Kiddush cup. I hope that as you sip from it on Shabbat, that you'll reflect on this special day, and hopefully one day you will establish your own Jewish home and use it there. Congratulations.
Representing Brotherhood, job well done. Did your parents know you were going to perform today? With the drums?
Yeah.
They did, because my son did the same thing, not drums, trumpet. Now, a duet with a guitar is really interesting with a trumpet, so just to let you know. And so that, I enjoy that when there's more participation than just the normal. You were fantastic. I got worried when I found out, because I asked about yourself to your brother. Now I found out that there's a little, but he was really honest. Talented, very talented musicianly. Funny. You make these bar mitzvahs fantastic because of this. You make it enjoyable. Enjoy the moment. I remember mine, it was never a long time ago, let's put it that way. But this is a special day. Mazel tov to your parents. They are so proud, so is this congregation, because you did a great job. So from Brotherhood, we have a tzedakah box. If those who don't know what that's the Jewish piggy bank. But it's not used for money for himself. It's for his charity, what he wants to give the money to. I think I know where the money's going to go to now.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, congratulations.
Thank
Job
you.
well done.
Thank you.
And spread it at your celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Fill it up.
All right, sneak up from behind.
Oh.
Hey, Sam.
Hi.
So, Sam, you know who I am. I've been
Yes.
friends with your parents for a long time. And so, here you have your certificate of your bar mitzvah. You have a scholarship to go to Israel. And you also have a tree from Israel that's been planted in your name. And as we always say, it is always watered on
Thursday?
Thursday. Very good. Sam, just real quickly, one of the most important things you need to remember is when your father embraced you, to see that, when your mom embraced you, and when your brother embraced you. And just remember those special moments. This is a fantastic day. And, as parents, we are, challenged to write a speech about giving you a blessing. And your parents absolutely did that beautifully. So, if I could, I'd like to offer the blessing that may you always keep this beautiful, beautiful personality and sensitivity that you have. And it's wonderful to see your beautiful family here today supporting you. And the fact that I have the blessing of getting to know them so well and getting to know you, it really shines. So, very proud of you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So, Sam, we have reached almost the end of our service, but we are honored now to be able to bestow upon you our blessing, the blessing of our people, and I want to invite forward your parents to come and to join us at the open ark, and we invite everyone to please rise. Come on up. Here you stand, Sam, before this open ark, before the scrolls of Torah, before the words that have been etched for thousands of years and taught and wrestled with and challenged. And you did. You took that challenge so seriously. The challenge of saying, okay, wait a second. It's a Torah portion about brothers. You're right. How appropriate. Because you have an amazing brother. And he has an amazing brother in you. I like to say sometimes that our Torah portions that we read on the Shabbat when we become bar and bat mitzvah, that our students become bar and bat mitzvah, in some ways it's besheret, it's meant to be, it's destined. Sam, you know how important sibling love is. You know how important family love is. You see it. You see it with your parents who share a great love with their siblings. You see it with your grandparents who share a great love together, who together they are able to get through anything. This has been a challenging week, especially with the loss of a great-grandmother. Loss is never easy. But what we then have to learn from it is, what are the blessings? What is it that we get to learn from that wonderful person, from your great-grandmother? your great-grandmother, and as with all of your relatives who are no longer here with you, they are surrounding you. They are blessing you. They are smiling upon this moment, and they are lifting you up, just as you're going to get lifted up in a chair in a little while, being able to celebrate. I hope you feel that they are lifting you up. I hope that throughout your life, Sam, you feel your brother lifting you up and being there and being present with you in all of life's moments. I hope that you always feel the love of your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your grandparents, your great-grandmother, everybody being able to surround you and love you. Feel that. That right there, that is the story of Toldot. Toldot, it means generations. Lador vador, from generation to generation, we get to stand in this place. And I know you will be standing here again, not only as a confirmand, but who knows, maybe someday when you meet the love of your life, maybe someday when you bring a child to this place, or a place very much like it. Hold on to that. Hold on to those blessings, but hold on especially to the blessing of who you are, as we get to now bestow upon you the blessings of generation to generation to generation. Words of Torah.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Yaher Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you, and may God be truly gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha shalom.
Sam, may you always feel God's presence around you and with you. May God grant you a life that is filled with good health, with happiness, and most important of all, a life that is filled with shalom. Not only peace, but wholeness and completeness. Kein Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. Amen.
Amen.
We remain standing here as we turn once again in our prayer books for Aleinu L'Shabeach, page 586 in the middle.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We remain standing now as our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us, yet truly their memories are all a blessing. On this Shabbat, we remember those who are no longer with us, especially your great-grandmother, Ruby Goldberg, who just passed this past week. We also recall those from our own congregational family who passed during these past few days as well: Marilyn Halevi, Marjorie Khan-Golub. We also remember those whose yahrzeits, the anniversary of their passing, we recall on this Shabbat and during this coming week: Larry Achterman, Michael Bell, Matilda Berman, Charles Darwin Bryant, Arthur Cohen, Milton Cohen, Ann Felt, Gertrude Feingold, Arthur Friedman, Dorothy Gary, Paul Pinchas Gatti, Alexander Gershfeld, Barbara Glasky, Sarah Schaefer Gruman, Paul Grunwald, Sophia Heiligman, Isadora E. Horwitz, Melvin Karen, Robert Karen, Harry Classell, Evelyn Lasik, Ruben G. Musikantau, Dorothy Newman, Sarah Rice, Joel Rosikoff, Abraham Schindler, Harold Sherman, Alvin Sugarman, Alan Silverstein, Eunice Silverstein, Ann Thal, and Eleanor Weintraub. If there is anyone here who's in the period of mourning of Shiva, Shloshim, or Shana, or is observing a yahrzeit of a loved one whose name I have not called, I invite you as I face in your direction, please share their names with us. For all of them and for all those who have given their lives al Kiddush Hashem for the sanctification of God's holy name, and for all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we join together as one congregational family on page 598, Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Bi'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Hagala uvizman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam l'omei al-maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei Kudashah b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiram bi'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved among us. And let us say together, Amen. In a moment, we are going to conclude our service with a closing song, and then right after that, we are all going to go into the living room, which is directly to your left, and we're going to join together with Kiddush and Motzi in honor of Sam becoming bar mitzvah. So there are little cups of grape juice. They are all grape juice in there. We invite you, everyone, to take one, but don't drink it yet because we're going to come in there. We're going to do Kiddush and Shehechianu, and then we'll join together with Motzi. And so right after our service, come and join us in the living room there. Max, come on up here, buddy. Fantastic. As we get to join together with wherever you like. Okay, perfect. Put your arms around somebody next to you. If you don't know who they are, this is a good time to introduce yourself. As we join together, oh, say shalom.
Oh, say shalom.
Bimromav, say shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav. Say shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Mazel tov.